The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign, trusted by over 500 NFL players for their winning smiles, and broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your host, Nicole Hutchison.
Welcome into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign here in the SWBC studio. I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Wake up! That's perfect.
Y'all are just...
We needed that.
Give us no time here.
Not at all.
8:01, it's time to go.
Not at all. What y'all doing? All good?
Yeah.
Yeah, watched that film last night.
Watch some film.
You look happy about it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a tie.
A tie.
It's crazy.
LOL.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Tie.
A tie.
I don't know. I don't like ties.
It's not sitting well.
I know that, like, both of you ladies are, if y'all don't know, both of these ladies are former athletes. And so a tie probably irks them.
Yeah, we don't
Does
do
it
that.
irk you?
Yeah, I don't even think.
We don't do that in tennis.
Right, volleyball, we go to 5, honey. We stay there.
Yeah, these are,
We
Yeah.
keep going till
these
you win
get
by
down,
2.
get down.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tennis, you split sets, you go into a tiebreaker, you're going to be playing all day.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Well,
Weird
all
vibes.
right.
Weird vibes.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Very weird.
Yeah. Well, anyways, new vibes at the Star. Teams are just picking away at the Cowboys. Just picking. All right. And the Colts poach the Cowboys and get Buddy Johnson, linebacker, who spent some time with the Cowboys practice squad. And just thoughts on that. It happened last night. Another piece to that linebacker room who saw some promise every training camp for Buddy
preseason.
Johnson.
Yeah,
Preseason
preseason
as
too.
well. And just, had really made the roster. I believe he was elevated last year a couple of times, but didn't really see any time.
Yeah.
But just talk about, the loss that is just for Buddy Johnson, considering the linebacker room and the state of it right now.
Well, shout out to my fellow Oak Cliffian, Buddy Johnson. We got to connect over the fact that we are literally from like almost the same neighborhood. Like the fire he played with, I mean, that's the second player in the last 2 weeks to get poached off your practice squad at this point. Put him up. I'm just playing. But, in regards to the linebacker room, I think it does matter given that, this game revealed some issues with the linebacker room. We saw Shamar James get some snaps. He was active this week. I think they're trying to figure some things out. Unfortunately, Damone Clark was the person that had to be pulled because of Shamar James coming in. I think we might see some changes to the linebacker room continuously, and then obviously eventually add in Overshown. But as of losing someone for a death piece, I feel like it does matter, and I'm very curious to see what happens moving forward with the linebacker room as a whole.
Yeah, I sent it to y'all as soon as I saw it. Buddy was one of the first people I connected with when I took this job, just because I saw a hometown kid, and then like you said, he got elevated, was able to take the field, did some special teams. I want to say is mostly what he was focused in on. Hometown kids, former Texas A&M guy. He was really happy to even have the time he did here. He was showing me clips of his family's reaction when the first time he was able to take the field. So really a big fan of Buddy Johnson, but he wasn't like he was just here this year. He's been in here for a couple years now, and he just never got that opportunity. I think he's well deserved. And yeah, wishing him the best of luck. Absolutely. And like you said, the linebacker room, I don't know if he's been here for a while. I don't know if he would have got that opportunity, but I agree with you, Aisha. I think there is going to be a lot of changes in there, not saying with rotation wise. They're just trying to figure it out. I think they're just trying to throw stuff to the wall right now and see what sticks, because we know there's a stat floating around reminding us how bad the Cowboys defense is at this particular moment. But hey, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, because you saw a little bit much better things from that defensive line, trying to get a little bit more pressure from the outside. Donovan Ezeraku, I believe we all can agree that he had his best game through the first 4 weeks of the season. But yeah, those linebackers, they've certainly been struggling, something that I don't think any of us expected. Because you look back to training camp, I mean, I thought that was probably one of the stronger rooms, considering the new pieces that they added and what we saw in terms of the instincts, the confidence in terms of filling the gaps and things like that. We haven't really seen that. We've seen missed tackles, a little miscommunication there as well. How would you guys assess the overall performance of this linebacker unit so far, and have they kind of met y'all's expectations or fallen short?
I think at Oxnard, watching them and looking at the other needs that this defense needed, I thought that they weren't going to be, to your point, Nicole, one of the stronger groups, but I thought they were going to be serviceable just because I knew they had some youth in that group. We never really saw what Kenneth Murray could do. That still bothers me to this day.
That's
in
important.
The preseason. We never
That's
saw.
Important.
And we're seeing it. There was a lot of faith in Jack Sanborn. We talked about all the time that with the relationship with Eberflus, his energy that he brought kind of plays with his hair on fire. That's what we saw, at least in training camp, right? And it just has not come together. I feel like Eberflus at this point, what are we going into, week 5? I think at this point, this is where you need to start to changing, because obviously it's not working. And I think there is some things that Sanborn does well, but that I think there's things you're asking him to do that it's very clear he's not doing well. Schottenheimer talked about, gave him a little praise about his ability in the gaps and to get in there and make some tackles when we're talking about attributing to the run game, right? And the week before that, Eberflus put some praise on him too, talking about how he's really out there controlling things and doing some good stuff. But I don't think there's enough focus on what they aren't able to do. Now, when it comes to the defense in general, Schottenheimer, who said yesterday in his press conference, they struggled on third down. They struggled with red zone defense, giving up the big plays, didn't tackle well. And then he also talked about teams attacking their cadences on third down, right? They're getting out there, getting it quick, and they're not adjusting fast enough. So those are all things they're going to practice on. But I laugh because that's so many things to attack week by week. So it's like, realistically, maybe they're trying to perfect one or two of those things I just mentioned. Like, they're not all going to come together. But if you can make this defense, Lord Jesus, at least a top 20 and the way your offense is playing, then I think this is a team that's going to talk about what me and I don't remember your prediction, but I know me and Nicole had the same with the double-digit wins, right, this season. But yeah, if this defense doesn't get up there, I mean, you can't be dead last and think your offense or any offense is going to put up 40-plus points a week. But yeah, the going back to your question, I got a little off gear there.
No, we were following.
The linebackers, they're just one of the many areas, is my point, that is struggling.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about the linebackers and some of the things that they're struggling with, you mentioned the tackling, some of the angles they were taking on coming in to fill. You mentioned Sanborn. I just think he's limited in the speed aspect of it, and I think that is why you did get to see a Shamar James, is just because they are trying to mediate that lack of speed on the second level, and teams taking advantage of you there. Also, too, Eberflus is in a position to where we know he's not a coach that is going to blitz a whole bunch. However, he definitely sees that you can see he's trying to get more pressure. Instead of having it come from the nickel spot, which is you're already a little compromised on the back end, he's trying to do it at the second level, because you can just mediate a little bit more. You know, you at least have another blanket, another level behind you. He's sending Sanborn on blitzes. That baby not getting there. He's trying to figure out, how to get pressure up the interior of the offensive line, the offensive line with these linebackers, but they're not getting there fast enough. And so I think, to Bree's point, some of the changes that they're trying to make are to mediate the athleticism at that level, and all that's good stuff as well. So Nicole mentioned the defensive ends playing a little bit better. I definitely feel like you saw Clowney's impact in the run game already, and what he's able to do coming off the line. And he just is, you can just tell he's a guy that's been doing this for a while. You know what I'm saying? You can see him reading as the plays are developing. Donovan Izaraku, I tweeted about him last week. A lot of people gave me flack, I want to say.
Did they really?
They came for you?
They did. They came a little bit. People was like,
up.
PFF says that he didn't have any pressures this past week.
Stop looking at the stats.
I said, stats are valuable, but Film is too. So you have to marry the two. And so when I went to look at the tape, you're seeing him disengage better in the run game. You're seeing him, and what I mean by disengage is Donovan Izaraku is not a big dude, but he's able to shed, he's stacking guys, he's getting off of tackles, and he's able to make tackles, and we saw him make some plays in the run game. I think he's starting to get a better feel of the game, and mind you, a guy like Jadeveon Clowney is going to help him learn those things. So I agree with the fact that you're getting more pressure. James Houston needs more snaps.
Ooh.
Highlight it.
Let's talk about that right now.
Highlight it.
Houston
Put it
needs
on a
more
t-shirt.
snaps.
Let's talk about it.
Put it somewhere.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have enough guys that can win one-on-one. He can, and he's shown you over and over and over again. I mean, that strip sack was huge in that game. We talk about Wanye Thomas. I would want the Wanye Thomas block. I also think that, that play in the game, it really shifted the game. Dallas goes down and scores. Yep. After that, you need turnovers. You did not turn the ball over this game, but you need turnovers. James Houston needs more snaps. I think it was great that you highlighted. I think Donovan Izaraku, Jadeveon Clowney, and James Houston were your best edges, and them playing a little bit more sound. Now, there were times they got pinned inside, and they left the linebackers out to dry a little bit. I ain't going to hold you on film. However, there is improvement being made. And what I think the Cowboys should do is, again, attack that second level, see if you can get a guy. And it's crappy for Sanborn because, like you ladies were talking about, he is kind of like the telephone from Eberflus to the field, but he's seeing it. He can't get there. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't matter how much he can see the play.
We see it too.
We see you diagnosing it, big dog. We see you seeing it.
His IQ is,
He
but it's just not
cannot
matching.
physically get there. And I am tired of seeing linebackers running side by side
Oh my goodness.
with runners.
Yeah.
That's how. Can I see how they did it again?
Like this.
Okay.
That's not how they run.
Like this. like this.
That's
Like
insane.
no, if you're a Marvel fan,
That's
on your left. They shouldn't be
can't.
saying on your left to runners. Sorry. Anyway.
I can't. There was some praise from your point though, the James Houston from Schottenheimer.
We heard him a little bit. What?
I was sitting there because it's like when we're talking about like Amaris, right? It's like, oh, he's earning them and what have you. And you kind of felt like James Houston because he wasn't their guy, if you will, right? That he would have to do the same. But something that stuck out to me when I was just listening to the press conference yesterday, Schottenheimer said, oh, we knew he could do these things in Oxnard because he did it to us. And I said, well, that was
Carried the
that was
two.
August, so
That's
it's October. So I was like, that ain't adding up. Sometimes what they say doesn't always add up. But to your point, I just feel like at this point, James Houston can't be ignored, and they need it.
Yeah,
They need a little anything.
It goes
What
back
you
to
got,
what
Nicole?
Christy had mentioned at the beginning of the scene, at the beginning of the season, and I think we were like vouching for James Houston and all those other guys, and she had just mentioned that it's contractual. You get the point.
You trying to win games or
Obligations.
not?
There you go. It's obligations that
Or not.
they apparently have that they've got to play those guys. But again, y'all have a point.
Are you trying to
wanna
win
win
games or not?
You have a
We're
point.
trying to tie.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Because
Yeah.
with respect, like I thought Dante Fowler had a couple more plays this week where you saw him actually affect the quarterback. But you should. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. They got backup tackles in there. They got backup guards in there.
Yeah.
You should be able to. And I mean, I get what you're saying. I know what Chris said. I
I know
you're not saying all. I know you're not vouching, but
yeah.
are you trying to win games or not? Like, we don't have time for this. And let me tell you something. I'm really struggling.
She don't got time.
Let me tell you
this.
Let me tell you.
What are you looking through?
I'm really struggling
not reading.
because
Oh my, she's not reading.
I'm really struggling. That's my girl. But I'm really struggling because I have a lot of respect for, and y'all can tell me how y'all feel about this. I got a lot of respect for Coach Schottenheimer and his, you ain't practiced good this week, you ain't playing. We need to see more consistency from you. Consistency is, baby, let me tell you.
That's his favorite word.
He love
I hear it at least twice.
He love a constant. He love a constant. But I like the idea of him trying to set a standard, but I'm also starting to itch a little bit because I sat up here. It sounds like Trayvon Diggs And some of the reasons why he was in the rotation type thing, obviously the knee gave him a little crap last week. Sounds like some of the rotational part is also too because he was out there kind of doing stuff on his own last week that they know like. They didn't.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all yesterday. I said it wasn't about the injury.
No, and I get that, and thank you for the information, Bray, and I get that. However, it is very difficult to justify. Although I don't think that Kyrie Elam is just this terrible player, I also felt like Trayvon Diggs gives you a little bit more right now. So that's my issue I'm struggling with. Even with the Jadon Blue thing, you know what I'm saying? Even with it's like, I get what y'all doing. Even with the Jay Toia thing and the Mozzie thing, we're not gonna go there. Well, I get the consistency thing, and I get that, but I'm also just like, your defense need help, and your defense probably needs whoever is the best guy out there right now.
Put the mic back in front.
So to make a point,
there you go.
your defense.
There you go.
But to how are y'all feeling about that? Like, there being a standard set, I appreciate him trying to come in and set a standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, if you ain't practicing well, you're not just gonna get on the field just because. I get it, but I'm also like, you need to be doing things also to help this offense out. And defensively, some of the decisions that are being made, I feel like some of these guys aren't the best option.
Yeah, that's what I was
From
saying.
a ability standpoint. Go
Coming
ahead.
into week 5,
Yeah.
that's the point where you're like, all right, well,
I don't want to step on no toes.
1 week, everyone gets the stats out and it's kind of laughable because it's like one game. The next week, you make Russell Wilson look like the all-star of the league, right? And you can't really go off that game because it was a terrible defensive game. Like, he threw 450 yards in the air on y'all. Caleb Williams, had a day as well. So now it's like, all right, this isn't like a one-game thing. This isn't going off 2-game stats. Like, these are legitimate, his favorite word, consistent stats that you're, like he said yesterday, we're continuously giving up the big plays. We're not tackling well. We continuously have been struggling on getting out of there on third down. So, yeah, I think it's now, okay, as much as you have the standard or this is what you want to do, sometimes you got to change. And that's what I think that makes a good coach and a great coach. And I have faith in Schottenheimer at this point because he proved last game that he can call his butt off in a game. And he was in my, like when they had the screen of LaFleur and they had Schottenheimer up there, I was like it was exciting because I was like, somebody about to, and then we ended the tie, and then I was like, this is disappointing. But he was coaching his butt off.
No, I agree.
Everything, like even starting off, he had a plan. He wanted to run the ball. It didn't look good, and they had to make some adjustments, but it looked like he came in there with the plan and it was able to make some changes. The only thing I didn't love is how I feel like we folded a little bit there in overtime because for me, when you'd say after the game that Dak Prescott is playing the best at that position and find somebody who's playing it as well as him, that was so powerful to me.
I know.
Like, we know Dak is playing his butt off, but to hear that from the head coach, I was like, he's basically tell you he got the best QB in the league in his mind, as you should. But then to settle for the field goal, I'm like, that's not backing up what you said. And then on top of that, when you're asking why is Dak playing so well, and you say because he trusts all his targets. It's not just the CD. It's not just the Pickens. He'll go to Kevontae Turpin. You saw that shot that was in a game is supposed to be a 7.2% chance that any player would have caught that ball. Tolbert caught that ball. Ferguson finds the end zone the first time in a long time. He trusts all his targets, but then you folded a little bit. And you had a chance to really set the tone, change the narrative. The narrative, Green Bay just keeps winning at AT&T Stadium. The narrative when they leave, Green Bay still hasn't lost at AT&T Stadium. Like, I just feel like there was just so much you could have went for. And I don't know, maybe it's a different conversation if they go for it and they don't get it, but I just don't think you sit up there and basically say that Dak Prescott, show me somebody else who's playing as good as him. But you know what? Give me Aubrey.
You think it has something to do with I too did not like that they.
It hurt a little bit.
Javonte Williams wears down on defenses. You can see in the game that after a while, these guys don't want to tackle him. They're struggling. Like, he's bouncing off of guys. I mean, he really gives it to defenders. And so I felt like We ain't no coaches. I felt like you could have ran the ball when you're inside the 5. My God. I feel like you can run the ball there. However, I do understand, if I'm not mistaken, at that time in the game, you had a lot going on with your offensive line. Maybe there were some communication things. Maybe, could be wrong, maybe the fumbling in the red zone is something that he's concerned about as well, because that's something that's happened multiple times at this point. Now, scared money don't make no money, but I'm just saying. I get, maybe we'll get the answer offline or something, but I felt like maybe that had something to do with your offensive line kind of being in limbo at that point in time. I think it was maybe 3 or 4 guys out there that were backups at that point. Like, they were really
that part too.
Deep
I
into
think
the.
he made a comment about I think he lost a little faith in himself, to be honest. So I think he made a comment about his third down call.
Yeah.
He's like, he basically thought he cooked and then saw it didn't work. Yeah. And then I think it was, but that's what I'm saying.
And that's some of the growing pains. Well, I agree. And I think that's some of the growing pains. And not even pains. It's just some of the experience of him getting back in the field of being a play caller. This is week 4. We talk about week 4 in the NFL. We talk about, the tape is starting to get out there. People are starting to figure you out. We have a lot of the health stuff that we're already seeing around the NFL. This is the time when teams are having to start to adjust. So I do understand, like, him getting a feel, but I agree with you, Bree. I think they could have been more aggressive down there. I think they could have ran the ball, But
hear me out. I think it's also just because they wanted to make sure they got points on the board because they didn't trust that defense going back and holding this team to 0 points.
I mean, I get that, but if you don't trust them for if you don't trust them for 7 or for 3,
I know we got other problems.
we got
other issues.
And
well, at least we know who the problem is. Okay, it's very clear who the problem is.
And if they know the problem, by golly, stop deferring.
Well, I mean, you know what? We're going to take our first break here on Talk Boys Talk. Presented by Invisalign. We'll be right back.
How does the cheerleader's hair always look so perfect? We asked, and they shared one of their biggest beauty secrets. If you want hair like theirs and confidence to match, use Babyliss Pro styling tools. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders use Babyliss Pro curling irons to get those perfect game day curls. To get the hair you see on the cheerleaders, head to BabylissPro.com. Use the code Cowboys20 for 20% off Babyliss Pro tools, the official styling tools of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Get the discount while it lasts. Offer may be withdrawn at any time at advertiser's discretion.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
All right, Cowboys fans, this one's for us. If the men in your life bleed blue and silver like we do, I've found the perfect way to elevate their game day rituals. Gillette just released their best razor in Cowboys colors, and it is everything a Cowboys fan could want. The new Gillette Labs official Dallas Cowboys licensed razor combines his Cowboys pride with Gillette's best shave. And with 50% longer lasting blades, it is truly the gift that keeps on giving. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL. Gillette's best shave is also available as heated.
Cowboys Nation, the 2025 Dallas Cowboys schedule is officially here, and limited tickets are available right now. Get ready to bring the noise as you watch your Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium when they host NFC East rivals Eagles, Giants, and Commanders, plus Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, and Cardinals. Visit DallasCowboys.com/tickets or SeatGeek.com, the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Woo!
Get the tickets. Get
your
the
tickets.
Get
So
your tickets.
exciting. No, I'm just playing for real. Wake up! I feel
It made the
thought the phone-
made
Wake
the
up!
microphone ring.
It did. My bad.
I just sit there and hold my breath and wait for it. Okay.
Oh,
like-
muffin.
Is it that? Is that bad?
She said I'd be holding my breath and waiting for it.
Really? Does it like make your morning?
I think so.
It definitely does something to my tinnitus.
Good to know. Love that.
Okay.
All right, let's stick with the run game. Actually, I know I want to go in a different
Yeah,
direction.
Let's talk about something fun. That's fun.
How about the
That's
offense?
fun,
Something we're
right?
good at.
Run game. What's been the most encouraging sign about how this rushing attack is trending, and what still needs to evolve? What you got? Aisha, wow, you look so excited. I'm gonna go with you.
Shout out to Clayton
Aisha.
Adams. Shout out to Clayton Adams. Let me tell you something. Coaching matters. You hear me? Clayton Adams, Connor Riley, what they are doing with this offensive line,
Well,
bless y'all. You hear me? I'm sure Javonte Williams would thank you. I'm sure your quarterback thanks you, because that is another reason why the quarterback is playing at the level he is, because he has a run game, an effective one at that. But when you talk about the offensive line, their ability, I'm going to say this, and I know it's so easy to forget after the Cowboys play somebody well. I know it is. This defensive line is one of the best ones in the NFL. They're one of the best at stopping the run. They are one of the best at rushing the passer. Their front seven is one of the best in the NFL. And you were able to, it wasn't pretty all the time, but you were able to move the ball effectively on these guys. Now, you had TJ Bass and Brock Hoffman. It did get a little clunky sometimes in there, y'all. They were tripping over each other, their feet. Big old feet. Getting to the second level is something that I pointed out early in preseason, that you're not going to get the same fluidity and smoothness getting to the second level with Cooper Beebe that you would get with Cooper Beebe and Tyler Booker,
I'm like, who?
Barnacles. However,
Close.
you do. So I think early in that game you did see Bass and Hoffman kind of struggling to get to the second level consistently. Terrence Steele is fantastic in the run game. Tyler Guyton has improved in the run game. It makes no sense to me. Your tackles be struggling in the pass game, but they're good in the run game. But I think a lot of this has to do with coaching. I think it has a lot to do with the way that they are utilizing the running back, and also to shout out to your wide receivers.
hello.
Shout out to your wide receivers and how they came up and helped block and helped chipped and helped, just kind of be chicken wings and just kind of get guys, just hit guys as they're going out to run a route. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was a collective effort with what they were trying to do with protections and stuff. I thought Javonte Williams did fantastic in pass protection this game. So in regard to the run game, I think the coaches are doing a great job staying honest about it. They could have, like we talked about it before, but the effectiveness that they're getting from this unit, despite being down two starters, is fantastic to me. It's fantastic to me. What you got, Bree?
I mean, it's the one thing when we start talking about defense, I'm like, can we talk about the run game? Because this has been the bright spot, really. And the question going into this game was, okay, we got Hoffman and we got Bass in there, right? And it felt like Micah Parsons, the familiarity, he's gonna look over, smile, and eat. That's not what happened. I saw TJ Bass holding his own against Micah Parsons very well in there. And I was like, okay. And like to your point, when it's not Cooper Beebe and when it's not Tyler Booker, regardless of what other people say, there's a reason why they're backups and they're not the starters. So there is going to be a little bit of drop off, right? In those second level blocks where Hoffman and Bass specifically, you saw those things. That was not a surprise. But these O-linemen were more than serviceable. They didn't hurt you in this game. Okay, they carried you. And you had, at one point, Nate Thomas was in there as well. So now you got three people who normally don't all play together. And they were floating. Nate Thomas goes to right tackle, left tackle. It didn't matter. And like you said, maybe that attests to some of the decisions that came later in the game or what have you. But I feel like if you can do that against the Packers...
You should be okay. No, seriously.
And then you get those guys back. I don't know Tyler Guyton's status. I don't know if he's
trending in the right direction. He's in concussion.
The NFL protocol for the concussion protocol always I think it's like different levels of I don't know.
I think it's like a week, because that was when Wanya was in concussion protocol. I feel like it was like a week, if I'm not mistaken.
It depends on how it just.
I don't think it came up yesterday, so I'm sure it'll come up.
Yeah, it's totally dependent. But to your, go ahead.
A lot of changes in there, right? Last year there was no continuity in there at all, but I think again these guys, they're not just guys we picked up off the street. These are guys who've been in the system for a while. It shows. Dak's jersey didn't get dirty, right? 1 sack, if you will.
Yeah, the game plan was fantastic.
Yeah.
The game plan was fantastic. The way, like I said, like what the receivers were able to do, helping out what the tight ends did, chipping.
Finishing the plays.
I thought that, like, again, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Like, man, like Javonte Williams in pass protection was fantastic during this game. And they don't get it twisted. You go look at the film. Micah is affecting the game. Dak Prescott just put on a hell of a game. And
They were coming for Dak, and Dak was getting rid of that football quick.
Very quickly. And the crazy thing is, like, not only getting rid of the ball quickly, but the way that he's moving in the pocket, or, you know, just slide into his left, so his right, stepping up in the pocket, like delivering the ball on time. And this was a fantastic game from him. And you saw after the game that Micah and Dak kind of dapped each other up, and Micah's like, dog, like, we talking about, you know, precision. Like, he's like, I'm coming. I'm there. I see you. And I agree. Like, Micah ended the game with 8 pressures. And you'll see them on film, but I do think the fact that the Cowboys were able to kind of keep him at bay. Grady Jarrett didn't even get a pressure.
Hate that for him.
We're talking about like one of the better. We're talking about one of the Rashawn Gary. My bad. Ooh, it's the wrong person. Rashawn Gary. He's one of the better defensive ends in this game, and they line him up inside and stuff. You were able to contain him. Now I do think that Wyatt going down helped you out a little bit. It helped you out.
He went out pretty
early.
I have to say, I remember typing it out.
Because he be resetting that defensive line. Now, I will say, you did get a little help there, but that's football.
Yeah.
You playing with 2 backup offensive linemen. You banged up, we banged up, we all banged up.
Y'all banged up around here. Wow. But I will say the questions.
That's crazy.
I can't. The questions with the run game, though, y'all. I think if we're talking about this O-line, right, with 3 guys who are not starters are in there and they're holding it down, and Jaden Blue is starting to get closer. Every week he's getting closer. It just feels like, can we just see it? Can we just see it? I feel like a kid. Please.
I want to see it.
I know Miles Sanders seems like he's trending in the right direction with his, I believe, his ankle injury last game. But can we just see it?
I'm screaming.
You know how kids be like, when they see you with some snacks, they see you with something, they be like, my mama give me Cheetos. I like Cheetos. That's what you sound like. Can I just...
Sickness.
I just want to see.
But no, you're right, because even Shotty was talking about that. They were kind of struggling with, you know, last minute changes, having to pull guys from special teams, obviously bringing Hunter Lipke in there. But I mean, you don't want to have to do that mid-game.
Yeah, I'm realizing that Hunter Lipke was signed to be an extra blocker at this point. Effective.
What do you have? 1 carry?
In space.
Please, they played in our face.
He did. It was on a 3rd and 12. Y'all, don't make me mad. But back to the point about the offensive line, as we were talking about, this offensive line with some of your backup guys struggles to get to the second level. You know what would help with you with that? A guy that can get to the second level very quickly and put his foot in the ground.
You know who his name is?
What is his name?
I'm sorry.
I don't know. What is it again?
Azul.
Okay.
Azul.
It's the bilingual
Espanol.
happening here.
Because Nicole's learning Spanish.
Hablando español.
That's good.
I hope that was right.
Close enough.
Okay, cool, thanks.
I understood.
Yeah, you know,
It's a little work.
and you know
Baby
what?
steps.
And you got to do it because I believe from what we saw from Kevontae Turpin, hey, yo, Kevontae Turpin is here. Kevontae Turpin has become a wide receiver, not just a gadget guy, not just out there for decoration, not the motion man. Boys, we are the boys in motion. That is not his sole purpose anymore. He is a receiver. Some of the toe taps, some of the things, the separation he's creating, the route running on film, y'all, he is really grown. I don't know if Dallas wants to keep using him in the backfield anymore. I think they value him as a route receiver. When's the last time we seen him back there? When's the last time we seen him back there? Was he back there last week? He might be getting a carry or 2.
Maybe 1.
But it's not something they're trying to lean on. Can we please get Javonte Williams, somebody behind him that threatens the defense?
Paper's going through it.
Okay, well, we're going to pray about it. The paper is going through it.
I got a question. If I would have told y'all back in July that the Cowboys would have the highest rushing success rate in the NFL. Would y'all believe me?
I would, because that's what Clayton Adams does.
I'm sorry. Would you though? Because we was looking at the running back room. We was like, well, if anybody could do, but we didn't know.
We were chilling on here though. We was chilling. We was more waiting.
We wasn't hyped up on Javonte Williams because we hadn't seen Javonte Williams. We had idea. You know, he was 2 years off this injury. We knew what type of hype he came out of college. Didn't really have the success in Denver like he wanted. Looking for a second chance. We had a lot of second chance people. I don't think there was many. If Cowboys Nation, it's more of the I apologize, I wasn't aware of your game type moment.
That's what a lot of people are doing. I when Clayton Adams what told me that Javonte was gonna be good, because I be creeping, was Clayton Adams. Y'all go look at Clayton Adams Philly week when he talked about Javonte Williams and the way his whole body language changed. His whole body language was like, he was like, I'm so
No, they love
so
him.
excited to
They
see him.
absolutely love him.
He had this very
Shotty been
low key. Yeah. They've been excited about him. So that's all I could go off of. And then also too, he had a couple of games last year where you saw some of the explosiveness, some of the stuff, and then in training camp. But I was more confident in the scheme being able to give him the tools that he needed to, to do what he wanted to do. But let me remind you, Arizona Cardinals run game last year. 2nd in rush yards per game, 7th in EPA per rush, 2nd in rushing yards before contact, 9th in success rate. This coach has a record of being a good run game schemer, and I was hoping, well, we got to see that, but I had some faith, because that clipboard, baby, the clipboard matters. Yeah. You got some clipboard warriors. You got some clipboard warriors.
Never heard of clipboard warriors.
Me either.
Cool.
That's new.
Yeah. Coaches matter.
Yeah.
And we talk about the talent and all this stuff all the time, but this offensive line is not that much different than it was last year.
You know what?
It's not.
That's crazy. Base was insane. Okay. Paper.
I told you that paper is my
is
first
definitely
life over there.
I know. I got a new prop.
Insane. All right. We're going to take...
Oh, barnacles.
Wow. Okay. We're going to take our second break here on Girls Talk, Boys Talk. We'll be right back after the break.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
How does the cheerleader's hair always look so perfect? We asked, and they shared one of their biggest beauty secrets. If you want hair like theirs and confidence to match, use Babyliss Pro styling tools. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders use Babyliss Pro curling irons to get those perfect game day curls. To get the hair you see on the cheerleaders, head to BabylissPro.com. Use the code Cowboys20 for 20% off Babyliss Pro tools, the official styling tools of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Get the discount while it lasts. Offer may be withdrawn at any time at advertiser's discretion.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
The countdown to game day starts with Rally Days presented by SeatGeek. Get a behind-the-scenes look at AT&T Stadium, meet the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and alumni, play games, win prizes, and more. Get your tickets for the next Rally Day on October 18th at AT&TStadium.com/rallydays.
I realize that time is really actually moving.
What do you
No, I
mean?
don't want to talk about it.
It's already September, 30th?
Yeah, it's almost Halloween. Almost ready
week
looking at
five.
I love this
outfits.
spooky season.
What y'all gonna be for Halloween? Okay, so nobody knows.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna be Cardi B.
That's good. That's a good one.
I said that because I literally just had this conversation with somebody last night. I gotta learn the moves to the safe video.
You know what?
I got a lot to do.
I actually, never mind.
Okay.
Let's talk about it off camera.
I don't know what I'm going to be.
When's your birthday? It's coming up, huh?
Yeah, it's the 26th of October. But I was just thinking about what I want to be. I don't know yet. But I'll think of something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll think of something. Yep.
I don't know yet either.
Okay.
It's giving
We'll
like
table that.
impossible.
Kim Possible?
Oh,
I loved Kim Possible.
I did too.
Yeah, that's great. Or
Anako.
That's So Raven.
People can send us some ideas.
You would be really good at Raven.
I know.
You would be really good at
Because
Raven.
once I have visions.
Yeah, he might
She
as well
got that
commit to
spirit
that.
on her
Commit to
anyway.
it. Commit
All
to
right,
that.
we're back. All right, welcome back into Girls Talk. Commit to that is crazy. Welcome back into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign. Brianna Aldridge, Nicole Hutchison, Aisha Morrison. Ladies, injury updates. Here we go. Malik Hooker, toe injury. Brian Schottenheimer mentioning yesterday that he could be out for a couple of weeks. It's a little bit more serious there, so we'll keep you guys updated. But Tyler Guyton is currently in concussion protocol. Of course, we will possibly have an update tomorrow when we do hear from Shotty again. Tyler Booker and CeeDee Lamb both out last week because of ankle injuries, and per Shotty, both are trending in the right direction. And Booker is out of his little boot.
The positive sign.
Right? Positive
Yeah.
sign.
Positive sign.
But Malik Hooker could be missing some time. That means insert Wanye Thomas. Hello. Thoughts on Wanye getting some more opportunities?
There was a couple of times where I felt like he was a little late in his rotations, just trying to get some communication stuff down packed. But I think overall, he still gives you, at this point, some ranginess on the back end. I know people have been waiting and wanting to see Wanye Thomas, but not shot. He put some tape out there. Definitely feel for Malik Hooker. Toe injuries for a safety. It sounds like rough. You need to be able to plant, drive, get across the field. So sounds like his teammates all hugged him when he was walking off the field. And I think that there was some sentiment for this being something that kind of was not a good thing for him, I guess, at this point. So for me, get the younger safeties in there and just see what they can do, see what they're capable of.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I mean, I think credit to Wanye for going in there. Next man up. I know it's the cliche, but it is what it is. He's a special teams guy. We saw the amazing play he was able to do last week. He's strong on special teams. So I expect him to take that same mentality out there, filling in for Malik Hooker. I don't feel like it's going to be with all the other things happening on defense right now. I don't think it's going to be like a huge drop-off transition, if you will, for him. Like you said, like coming off and it's new and be able to be serviceable, hold your own. I just think with his mentality, they paid him for a reason. I think he'll be just fine in that spot. Tyler Guyton is something to watch out for. But again, Nate Thomas went in there and, they have confidence in him. So I assume that's who we'll see if the concussion protocol isn't cleared by then. And I think there's a couple IR updates we'll get later on this afternoon. Shotty said there was a couple players that were having those discussions last night, and they'll have those today. So we'll most likely get them today, if not tomorrow. I think Rebel, like you said, was a big name that came up. Now I don't know if he comes in. This defense is one person isn't going to come in and flip it
Unless it's overshown.
I need them.
I would, and even that, he's been on he's not going to come in change the whole defense. Not coming in November, December and haven't played. He's going to, again,
Take some time to.
It's going to ramp up. Would I love to see him out there? He's going to help? Yeah. But it's not going to change you from being the 32 overall defense in the league. I know that.
Yeah.
So they got some work to do.
Yeah, you mentioned Nate Thomas. But I just think listen, the Cowboys make me sick because they always do this. They luck up with somebody. Definitely, for him to come in, play left tackle, right tackle, again, he has his times where his hands get outside a little bit, man. But the power and how even and balanced his body is, like most of the time when he is in during a rep, he has a lot of control over his body. Like, and I wonder where that comes from. I would love to ask him how he plays so under control, because a lot of time, Micah Parsons is a defensive end that will throw a counter at you, to a counter, to a counter, to a counter, and he was like, all right, that'll be enough at a couple times to Micah Parsons. I mean, Nate Thomas is I think is showing himself to be a tackle that deserves to have time that he gets to play on this field. And so we know the guidance and concussion protocol. Cowboys make me sick because they just kind of, he fell into their lap. I mean, I know they drafted him, but come on. Yeah. 7th round tackle, being able to go out there and you know, in a pinch and play like that against this defensive line. Make me sick.
I saw on Twitter when he went in, I was like, don't let Aisha see this tweet, because they were like, who's Nate Thomas? I said, don't let us see it.
Don't let me
Don't
see
let
it.
us see it. But they found out who he was. I love how, like, the tweets in the game, it's like, who is this? He's doing awful. Oh my God, he's great. Keep him in. I'm just like, y'all are fake.
But to y'all's point about the injuries, man, I think it's awesome that the team has kind of prepared for some of this stuff. And then again, TJ Bass and Hoffman coming in and playing well, that's a luxury, y'all.
Fact.
Teams don't have that across the NFL. They get a couple of offensive linemen hurt. Everybody suffers. So I think this is a testament to, you know, the depth that they put together that we talked about during training camp, during the offseason. And I think it's paying them dividends right now, trying to get through this part of the season where they got hit with the injury bug a bit.
And it pays off for Nate Thomas, because he's a guy that had a year under his belt, just kind of learned what not to do, what to do. And obviously playing in the preseason as well, that helps showcase what he can do.
Did y'all see that picture with all the players with their boots on?
No.
That picture, it was a picture on Twitter with and I'm talking about the walking boots. I think it was at practice. No, it was before the game. They showed Booker. They showed CeeDee Lamb, and I said, not them taking, not to laugh,
I didn't see it.
I was just thinking about boots on the ground, and it made me mad, because I was like, this is sad. They taking boots on the ground to a whole nother conversation.
I guess we gotta go find it. Me, Nicole didn't see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I seen it, and it was just CeeDee Lamb and Booker just
I did
over
see
there
CeeDee
with
out
their
there
little
with a boot.
little booties on.
I think I saw CD like dancing in pregame with his boots.
Yeah, he got
said, sir.
You know, Overshawn be teaching them how to do the boots on the ground, where them fans at.
That is his song.
Yeah, now they can really do it.
All right. Well, on that note,
Bye.
dang,
That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
She didn't mean it, y'all.
No, that was impulsive. Our spirit.
Over the next couple of days, we're going to be breaking down Cowboys, New York Jets, looking at the big picture tomorrow, and what to be concerned about possibly, or what to be looking forward to from this Cowboys team. But that's a wrap of the show. For Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison, I'm Nicole Hutchison. We'll see y'all back here mañana.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?